the Syracuse football team, they're really not that bad. They're coming off 2 overtime losses. Otherwise, they are this close to being 5-1. But a couple overtime losses to Florida State and to Wake Forest knocks them down to 3-3. But there's sometimes a little bit of a different team there at the Carrier Dome, and it can get a little tricky. They can kind of lull you to sleep up there.
Yeah, you kind of sound like Dabo Sweeney there, man. He was saying that exact same thing just this morning. They're this close from being 5-1. 2 plays, two very close games, and I think this Syracuse team probably is a little bit better than even I probably give them credit for.
Me too.
I admittedly have not been able to watch a lot of their games this year. I saw some of the Wake Forest game, very little though. This is a different Syracuse team, and we've seen Dino Babers in that offense in the past, give Clemson trouble when they push the tempo and stuff. But from what I'm gathering, like I said, I hadn't seen a lot of them. They don't really push the tempo as much as they have in the past, and this might be a little bit different looking Syracuse offense than what we've gotten accustomed to seeing, in years past.
Absolutely. Dino Babers took over there and instantly wanted to space everybody out, run up tempo, and just, I don't know, he gave it some kind of name, but basically we'll run your defense off the field. We're going to run these as fast as possible. You're not going to be able to substitute. Of course, the rules have changed since, but that high warp, high speed offense, let's wear down the defense, run as many plays as humanly possible. This year, they've got a quarterback who comes in from Mississippi State, where he was never the starting quarterback there, but he played considerable time, Garrett Schrader, and he's almost like a fullback playing quarterback. He's almost like a Tim Tebow type in that not the most gifted thrower in the world, but he will run it. He doesn't mind lowering his shoulder with a safety or a linebacker coming at him. He carried it 29 times against Wake Forest. And then they got one of the better freshman running backs in the nation as well. Sean Tucker ran it for 153 yards. So between the two of them, they ran for over 300 yards against Wake.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest key to this ball game. As far as Clemson's defense, they got to slow down that running game, and it starts with that quarterback. Garrett Schrader. He's what makes that offense go. And like I said, I don't think they're pushing the tempo as much as they have been in the past. I think they'll try to maybe slow this thing down, grind out possessions, and Clemson's going to have to get off the field on third down. We saw them have some issues getting off the field on third down against North Carolina State, and it cost them in that game. And they were a little bit better against Boston College, still not where they need to be. They'll have to be a little bit better on third down against Syracuse this week and keep them from being on the field so long, especially with the way Clemson's offense has struggled. You can't trust them to grind out drives themselves. It's been a ton of 3-and-outs, defense right back on the field. So you don't want to give Syracuse any extra possessions there or any extra series of downs. You need to get off the field when you got an opportunity to get off the field.